Good morning and welcome to Temple, Texas. We're here at Temple Junior College, home of the Rebels, for the first game of bracket play in the TSL World Series. Dallas Tigers, home team, versus the Kileen Rebels. Starting pitcher today for the Dallas Tigers will be Landon Longsworth. Batteries completed by Cole Solomon behind the dish. Defensive alignment, Tate Trueblood at first base. Dawson Shelburne at second base, Chaz Peterson playing short, and Connor Lynch at third base. Your outfield is Pearson Monroe in right, Ty Manning center field, and Brenton McMahon in left field. EHing today, and likely coming out of the bullpen, number 22, Brandon Ernest. This is the premier bracket of the TSL World Series, both teams qualifying for the top bracket. The winner of this game will move to the semifinals and play tomorrow at 11:30 in Waco. The loser will play the unfortunate consolation game at 9 a.m. tomorrow back here.
Second blue, putting his pants on.
What's that? I can't hear him. We got it. Yep, we got it up here. Sorry about that. Coach just confirming that the home book will be in the press box today.
I got it. He's got it. I got it. Thank you. Landon looking sharp early in the warm-up tosses.
He does. He's had a great season on the mound. The last two outings just had a little bit of difficulty finding the zone. We're looking for him to pound the zone today and get him started right. Your Rebels start off with the leadoff batter, 6'2", number 24, Josh. Also, Carbajal, your starting pitcher for the day.
Kind of unusual to see your starting pitchers leading off.
Yeah. Clearly one of their
good athlete.
Yeah, clearly one of their better players. They're DHing, but they're DHing for their first baseman today. Another position you don't normally see DH'd for. And he first pitch swinging, fouls this one off the third base line, over the fence and out of play. So good to see Langford getting a swing on the first pitch. No balls and one strike to the leadoff batter. Connor Lynch playing in on the grass, looking to take away the bunt. And this is a hard line drive into the right center gap. Pearson Monroe on his horse, adds his time in. That's going to be a stand-up double easily as the ball comes into the cutoff. No leadoff bunting for that batter. Saw that one coming the whole way and ripped it into the right center gap. The ball landed about 340 feet from the plate. Ty Manning running it down, bringing it back in. Courtesy runner for the pitcher. And so that'll bring up number 6, Trey Bell, starting left fielder. And the Rebels are in business right off the bat. Landon Longsworth from the stretch and comes set. And first pitch strike. So he's pounding the zone early with 3 pitches and 3 strikes.
Here we go, Landon. I got very lucky.
Swing and a miss. That'll make the count 0-2. Tigers are anticipating small ball, but doesn't appear the Rebels have anything in that mindset. Solomon looking to block anything in the dirt here, keep the runner at second. Longsworth tries to entice him on the outside pitch. Hits his spot, but doesn't get the swing.
I like going fastball right there, and great location. So Landon really looked sharp early this morning.
No doubt. 1-2 the count. Looks him back, walks to the back of the mound. Belton digs in the batter's box. Landon comes set. 1-2 pitch, also on the outside.
Had a little cut action there.
Yep.
It started to get a swing, but it moved wide of the zone there.
Bell showing good discipline, gets the count to 2-2.
Showing all fastballs so far. 2-2. Really need this out for the Tigers.
And he gets a swing and a miss and strike 3.
Took a little something off that one. Probably likely a change up there.
Might have been, no doubt.
Had him out in front on his front foot, and good swing and miss K right there.
Here we go. That brings up your shortstop, Dylan Cheek, number 13 out of Temple. Also pitches and plays middle infield or third base. Starts him off with a pitch that down and out, gets the swing and a miss. And again, Landon looking to be sharp today, hitting his spots right off the bat. Chaz Peterson sneaking behind the runner, looking to hold him tight. And another swing and a miss. That's a high fastball. Got him to chase it. 0-2 the count. Longsworth hasn't thrown anything where he didn't want to at this point.
Here we go, Land.
Cheek takes that clearing breath.
Saved the ball that got parked in as a double.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that wasn't where he wanted. He just didn't know it was going to be going there. A timeout at the plate. Now Cheek takes his clearing breath again.
Come on, baby. Come on. Here you go, B. Come on.
Long look in for
We're going to try it.
Landon. Batter stays put.
Inside, and he gets the call. Called strike 3. Batter's not appreciating that. Had a little bit of looks and possibly a little bit of coaching assistance for the upcoming batter that might include watch out, he's got a very wide strike zone. That brings up the cleanup hitter, Ellie
Beautiful
Mendoza.
pitch, instead of riding away, that ball rode in, but really tied him up and had to let it go. Got the call.
So the Rebels look for the clutch 2-out hit here in the dirt, blocked well by Cole Solomon for ball 1. Cleanup hitter Ellie Mendoza, the center fielder, also from Temple, one of the younger players on the team.
Here we go, Land.
2018 high school graduate. Pitcher and a utility fielder. And a swing, and that's going to be a ground ball through the gap between first and second. They're sending him, and the ball's coming up throwing over Solomon's head. Had him in time. You're going to see it play at third here. And he gets all the way into third base on that. So Pearson Monroe comes up throwing from right field on a clutch single by Mendoza and throws it in time, but Solomon's got to jump to try and reach it. Can't quite get the ball. Ball goes all the way to the screen, and alertly Mendoza rounds second and gets all the way to third on the throw. Solid single, but we'll have to score that as a throwing error that moves the runner to third base. That brings up number 23, Hunter Torres, DHing for the first baseman. Torres out of Temple, class of 2017. 5'9", 170 pound, stocky individual. Looking to put the second run on the board for the Rebels. Jams him right in on the hands. First baseman and the pitcher making the attempt almost there. Landon Longsworth goes in sliding just before he reached the dugout. Couldn't quite get the glove. That'll be a dramatic first strike. So it'll be an 0-1 count on number 23. He's made his way back to the batter's box. Longsworth taking a deep breath on the mound after that 60-foot sprint. Great attempt by him, sliding into home plate there, or into the dugout. Come set. Curveball. Started in the zone and worked its way into the left-handed batter's box for ball one. Good discipline by Torres there. Rebel showing aggressive swinging, not afraid to put the ball in play here. 1-1 to count. And a nice curveball, and this one's going to be called strike two. Not really a hittable pitch. 2-3's hoping he doesn't see that one again. 1 ball, 2 strikes as Longsworth looks in for the sign. Come set. And this one's hammered hard on 2 hops to Chaz Peterson at short, who makes the throw across to Tate Trueblood, and they're out of the inning. But not before the Rebels do some damage with 2 hits and 1 run. 1 man left on base. That'll bring us up to the bottom of the first, and we'll be back right after this station identification on your Tiger Broadcast Network.
Welcome back. That was 1 run on 2 hits. There was 1 error and 1 left in the top of the first. The Rebels jumping on early 1-0 lead, setting the defensive alignment. The leadoff batter, Josh Carbajal, is your pitcher. Ramstead completes the battery at catcher. We got Flanagan over at first base, Rodriguez at second base, Cheek at shortstop, Douglas at third base. In left field, we have Trey Bell. Eli Mendoza is in center field, and Brad Thomas is in right field, completing the lineup. For the Tigers, leading off, the usual, number 2, Ty Manning.
So Carbajal bats left and leads off. Pitches right. 6'2", listed at 165, out of Copperas Cove, suburb of Kileen.
Here we go, Ty.
Closer to Austin. Yeah. A lot of the military live in Copperas Cove, who are stationed at Florida. That's high, ball 1, up at the letters. Ty Manning will let that one go. Brings the cheese early. It's got some pop on it. Outside, just misses. A 2-0 count. Blue thought about that one, but probably about 3 or 4 inches out. This one is called strike. Bottom right corner of the zone. Not one that you want Ty Manning offering at. Brings count to 2-1. This is a pop fly into the shallow right field, right on the line. Right fielder calling for it, and he misses the ball. Got caught in the sun. Ball bounces into the field at about 2 feet fair. Clearly, a right fielder had it, thought he had it the whole way, and then just at the last second, might have got caught in the sun. We're going to score it as an error, and Manning will reach second.
Here we go, Cole.
Cole Solomon batting from the left side of the dish. Your starting catcher, switch hitter. Starting catcher for Coppell High School from the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Cole, one of 2 players on the Tigers today wearing number 4. Be looking to advance the runner and potentially tie the game. Ty Manning gets a great lead. A swinging bunt by Cole Solomon. Just beat by the throw and rung up. But it is what we needed. He advances the runner to third base. So with 1 out, the hot-hitting Connor Lynch comes to the plate. Runner at third, 1 out. Cole Solomon not looking to bunt in that situation. Just got it right off the end of the bat. Squirted about 70 feet. Just to the right of the pitcher, who jumps off the mound quickly, turns and makes a throw, and just beats the plant foot of Cole Solomon. Good call by Blue. Ty Manning now at third. Connor Lynch at the plate. Josh looks in for the sign and comes set. And it's an inside fastball. Lynch does not lay off. Fouls that one back up off the screen. Strike 1.
Here we go, Connor.
Clearly got a job to do to get this game back tied up right here, and Connor Lynch been hot hitting lately.
Yeah, so. Middle infielders giving up the run. They're playing deep. They'll concede it. Ty Manning will score easily. Third baseman in even with the bag, and if we get a ground ball down to third, I think we'll see a play at home. First baseman also playing deep, so even a shot to him probably scores the run easily. That second pitch is in the dirt, short of the plate. Evens the count at 1. Connor Lynch digs in. Josh looks for the sign and comes set. Nice pitch on the outside corner. Not one that Connor Lynch wants. Doesn't really agree with the call there. But that's the same call we've seen 2 or 3 times now. That down and out. He's going to get a call today.
And that is the pitch he can easily put on the ground to the right side. So if he gets it there again, got to do a job right here.
Yeah. Should shorten up and look for that one again. Gets the off-speed pitch that drops out of the zone and hits into the dirt. That'll even the count at 2. Okay, clearly on a 1-1 count, he's not going to be offering at that pitch because he's still looking to drive something and get on base himself. But at this point, he just wants to put the ball in play. So that outside corner becomes playable. He's moved in on the inside corner, tight on the base. This one is he tried to get the outside corner there, but that one's out. Makes the count full.
And that's where it made a difference. Connor was much more on the plate right there. Could see that one a little better. A really good take right there. Again, crowding the plate right here with the 3-2 count.
Looking for fastball, I'm sure. And he gets it, and it is that outside down and out. Connor does a good job spoiling it down the first base line. Foul. Right fielder has retrieved it, brought it back in, and Connor will step back into the box. So we'll have the second payoff pitch. Full count. 1 out. Ty Manning at third. Connor Lynch, your batter. Caraball looks in and gets a sign. Comes set. This is high ball 4. Connor Lynch takes that one. Doesn't offer on the high fastball that so many batters can't lay off of.
And now the Tigers really in business. You're a good part of the hitting lineup, and we now have 2 men on. Not only looking to score, but looking to do damage now.
Dawson Shelburne's got enough speed that good hard hit ball is going to be tough to turn for 2 here as well, and should still score the run. So any ball in play, you look to get the run in. Third baseman creeps up on the grass. Lynch has got a decent lead. First, we'll look for a first and third play, but he goes to the plate. Center cut there. That's strike 1.
Obviously, Dawson looking to see one pitch because that was in the zone.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That might have been a little lower than his liking, but definitely one that he won't mind seeing again. And a pickoff move to first base. Nice snap move there. Connor Lynch back and diving in, no problem. Again, a well-coached team, cleared during the warm-ups, that these players know what they're doing. I think you're going to see a lot of good, smart moves from a situational baseball standpoint. And there's a hanging curveball that's going to be ripped into a shallow left field. We're going to see Ty Manning make the move home. You're going to see a play at home. And he's going to be out easily. So, as we mentioned, a well-coached Rebel team. Ty Manning feints the tag up, and as he has come off the bag a little bit, he gets a throw behind him, has to move back to third. Not seeing the ball go over the third baseman's head, he turns and tries to run to second or to home. At that point, the pitcher in the perfect position, backing up the throw like he should be, picks up the ball, makes the easy toss to the catcher for the tag at home, and the Tigers are out of the inning. We get no runs on 1 hit, 1 man left on base, and we'll be going to the top of the second with the Rebels still leading 1-0. We'll be right back.
Here we go, Landon.
So welcome back to Temple, Texas. Dallas Tigers playing the Kileen Rebels. Round 1 of bracket play here at the TSL World Series. Temples take the early lead in the top of the first, squeezing out a run on 2 hits. Tigers attempt to answer back, but get a throw out at home. So we're in the top of the second. Rebels leading 1-0. Longsworth in for the first pitch. And it's a strike. No, ball. Offered, but didn't was able to check that swing and didn't get the call either. So it's a ball outside, 1-0 count. This one's in the zone and fouled off down the right field line. Out of play. Evens the count at 1. Alex Rodriguez, your second baseman at the plate. Number 19. One-0 count. Longsworth from the windup. It's an inside pitch. Seeing eye single that's going to be backhanded by Chaz Peterson. Great throw over, but no play really there. Actually, Shelburne now in the shortstop position has switched with middle infielder Chaz Peterson, who's towing second base now. So Shelburne backhands it, but once that ball started rolling slowly on the grass, that was going to be a single the whole way. So Rebels are right back in business with the leadoff runner at first.
So Shelburne's at short.
Yes. Brad Thomas, the right fielder, fouls the first pitch off the screen. Lennon again pounding the zone, but the aggressive base hitting of or swinging of the Rebels paying off so far.
Here we go, Land.
A little bit low there. Ball 1. 1-1 to count. Brad Thomas from Harker Heights. And it's a swing, and it's a line drive out to Ty Manning, who's coming in fast and makes the forward diving catch. Great play. Keeps the runner at first and provides the first out of the inning. So once again, hard hit ball off Longsworth. This time we had a man there. Brings up the third baseman, Garrett Douglas, number 10. 1 out, man on first. See if Alex Rodriguez wants to sport some of his speed from first and see if he can get into scoring position here.
Once again, that ball on a lot of teams is a clean base hit.
Yeah, it's a give-up base hit by most center fielders. Not even going to try and make that move, but Ty Manning at a dead sprint
playing
forward.
Shallow, getting a good break, diving forward. I mean, all 3 elements had to be there, and he made it look easy.
Yep. So that's ball 2, and in the dirt, gets away from Cole Solomon a little bit, and they'll advance the runner to second. Cole Solomon does a good job blocking that one, but it just squirts forward enough, and aggressive base running by the Rebels puts the runner in scoring position with 1 out.
You call it a wild pitch.
Yeah. So Douglas, a rising junior at Ellison High School, class of 2017. Swing and a foul tip. Strike 1.
They are on go. They are swinging the bats.
Yeah, there's no take first strike out here. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Here we go, Land.
And a curveball just misses inside. I think Douglas thought that ball was going to hit him. Turned the back shoulder to it to eat it and get on base, but it broke at the last second. Just didn't break quite enough. 3-1 to count. Comes down the middle. Fouled off the screen. Bring the count to full. Strikeout will go a long way. Yeah.
Aggressive swings on 2-0 and 3-1.
Had 1 called out strike. I think they've committed they're not going to have that happen again.
Long look in again for Longsworth.
Batter being patient, keeps the bat on the shoulder. Now he's ready. And this one's in the dirt, and that'll put the runner at first base. Payoff pitch, not anywhere close. We'll bring up the extra hitter, Cameron Johnson. Cameron, a 2018 graduate from Copperas Cove. Comes up with runner at first and second, 1 out. It's going to get a mound visit from Coach Bankston.
Might be talking about situations as much as anything. First and second, one out. Just be aware of what they could be put on here. Deep in the lineup, number 9 hitter.
Yep.
So a bunt, you want to make sure of one out, but all bases are possible there. They worked on this PFP throughout the year, so should be no surprise and should be able to handle it. The quarterback, Cole Solomon, excellent at making that defensive read when that happens.
He is. He's a stalwart behind the plate. So again, runner at first and second. Batter in the hole. One out. Set and a changeup right down the middle. Batter well ahead it. 0-1 count. Challenged him there. And shown the cheese to pretty much everybody else. Comes in with the changeup to start out. Looks to get that low strike call on the outside corner, but just a little low, a little outside. Blue lets that one go. It'll be a 1-1 count.
Solomon unable to glove that one. I think if he does, it might have been an interesting call there.
No, it was a close one. And this one again in the dirt, kicks off the shin guard, goes about 70 feet down toward first base in foul territory. Longsworth has to come up and cover the plate, and that advances both runners. So Rebels really looking to pay off on a couple of pitches in the dirt by Longsworth that get away from Solomon. We'll have to score that one as a wild pitch as well. So Peterson wants a couple words with him. Let him know where the defense is. And that'll bring Trueblood into the grass. Brings a lot more offensive strategy into play here too. With runners now in scoring position with one out. The entire infield in. Tigers expecting runs to be difficult to get in this game. They're going to be looking to make the play at the plate. From the windup, it's low and inside. That'll take the count to 3-1. He's got the bag open at first and wants to be smart, but we are dealing with the 10 hole here, 9 and 10 hole. Like to see a little bit more aggressive pitching. And there's a shot over the shortstop's head. We're going to see the cutoff man take this one. So Longsworth leaves that one up in a rip that I don't think Shelburne has a chance at, even if he's not playing up. That was a rip into left field the whole way. Line drive. Scores 2 on the single. Cutoff man takes the throw from left field. Really no play. And that'll get Brandon Ernest up and in the bullpen. As the Rebels now take a 3-0 lead and have one out man at first. Brings up Andrew Ramstad from Academy High School. 2017 target. Number 34. 5'8", 165 pound. Looks to hit for power at the bottom of the order. Curveball left up and out of the zone for the first ball. Second ball is down and in. And immediately Longsworth looking maybe a little bit phased by the hitting. Is behind the batter 2-0. Outside for ball 3. See a little bit more urgency by Ernest out in the bullpen. Tigers not willing to let this game get away from them early. We'll see an early hook, I think. And a B move over to first base, get the runner back diving.
Hey, Dave. David, can you run down to the bullpen and see if he needs somebody to catch him down there? He's not comfortable throwing to Jack. He's lobbing it.
And That's a 5-pitch walk by Longsworth to put a runner at first and second. Still one out, and brings up the top of the order. Josh Carapaugh, the starting pitcher. Left-handed batter, right-handed thrower. Tigers having a little bit of trouble getting Ernest warmed up, as they only have 10 on the lineup today, so do not have a regular catcher for him. Assistant coach heading down to the bullpen to catch up for him. Longsworth from the stretch now, looking in. Carapaugh with a very open stance. And this one's inside, brushback pitch, up at the jaw. I don't think that's anything intentional, just more demonstration of Longsworth not being able to pound the zone this inning as he was in the first inning. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Runners at first and second, 1 out. And this one's up and above the zone. Long look in again. Longsworth in the dirt here for ball 3. The pace is really slowed down on the mound, Paul. He's struggling. Ernest is having a hard time getting warmed up in the bullpen, and the Tigers are letting too much slip away here from them. And that's up, and that's a 4-pitch walk. And that's going to get the mound visit, and I'm sure the hook. Ernest is just going to have to complete the warm-up on the mound in the game. That's a very brief holler, and I'm not even sure he came into the infield, so that may not be counted as a mound visit. Longsworth wanted the ball back. He's going to toe the rubber again with bases loaded. And Trey Bell, your left fielder, up to bat.
Get off there. He's winding up. Get off.
And out of the windup, Longsworth starts with a low strike for strike 1. I think that aggressive swinging probably was told, let's take first strike after 2 consecutive walks, and really 8 out of 9 pitches way out of the zone. And this one will be a high chopper. Could be a double play ball. There we go. And that'll get him out of the inning. Very fortunate high hopper that ends in the glove of Shelbourne right at second base, tags the bag, makes a throw over to Trueblood to get him out of the inning. But not before the Rebels push the lead to 3-0. We'll come back for the bottom of the second with the Rebels leading 3-0.
Here we go, Landon.
So we're back in the bottom of the second inning. Your Tigers down 3-0. Landon Longsworth leading off the inning. 2-2 count to him. And there's a single to get the inning started. Courtesy runner Shelbourne going in for the pitcher Landon Longsworth, and that brings up Tate Trueblood, number 24. An extra chair here.
Like a stadium chair? I have one in my car.
I'll get it in between innings. Tate Trueblood takes first pitch strike. Looked like a little bit of a backing up fastball there, but speed at the same time. I'm not sure. So it's a 0-1 count to Trueblood. Shelbourne back at first on the pickoff attempt, diving attempt, enough to get a couple of oohs out of the crowd. And another pickoff move. This one the A moved clearly. Nice and close, but Shelburne had shortened his lead just slightly. So Trueblood dig back in. And there's a curveball outside. Shelburne getting a good secondary, enticing the throw from the catcher, but he balks at it. Trueblood has an even count, a 1-1. Carbajal with a long look in and then a pickoff attempt. Again, Shelburne back. This is a low ball. It's a hard shot to right field. Right fielder's got it this time. And it's a line drive, but easy play for the right fielder. Send Tate Trueblood back to the dugout and leave Shelburne standing at first base. So with one out, Chaz Peterson to the plate. And Chaz, who played the first inning at shortstop, second inning at second base. So Tigers are often prone to do, making moves in the inning. Brandon Ernest, your relief pitcher, on deck. Peterson squares to bunt, lets this one go. Down and out for ball one. Squared to bunt on that one, fouls it back, so that brings the count to 1-1.
Rather than a sacrifice bunt, he's trying to bunt for a hit there.
I think you're right. First baseman holding the runner, and third baseman even with the bag. Right-handed pitcher probably trying to bunt that down the first baseline. Worst scenario there is that you're out at first and the runner's at second. But Peterson's got the speed to get down there on a bunt that challenges the pitcher to make a play. Saw some good pop from the pitcher, and first inning. And there we go, a curveball off speed. Pitcher makes the throw high and away. You think would be a great setup for the catcher, but he throws it high and away as well. Good backup by the second baseman who makes the catch. But Shelburne in sliding face first, no problem. Gets a scoring position for Chaz Peter. He's courtesy run for Longsworth. Peterson looking for the single here now. And that one's a hanging curveball. Peterson rips this one into left field. We're going to see the runner held at third. Throw goes away, and this time your pitcher is not in right position. And so the easy score by Shelburne. Pitcher tries to make the throw behind Peterson, who then slides into third base. So everything that the Rebels did right in the first inning on that play, they did wrong in that inning. Pitcher late to back up the throw, bobbles to pick up, and then decides to try and atone for it as Peterson is goading him for the call to the throw to second base. Gets it, slides into third, and now with one out and Brandon Ernest at the plate, the Tigers look to get the second run across the plate with just a ground ball to second base. Pearson Monroe on deck. So clearly a smart play again by the left fielder. Did the same thing, tried to throw behind the runner who was being held at third. But just as last time, threw it a good 5-6 feet out of reach by the third baseman. And this time the run scores. So, down and out low. Good block by the catcher to save the run. As we found out yesterday, the concrete wall, while quite a distance from the catcher, can provide a good bounce back, but it is padded. Likely that ball would have squirted to the back fence and stayed there.
Hey, look for one now. Got a job.
2-2 ahead on the count here. Not looking for that ground ball to second base now. With a 2-0 count, he'll look for something he can drive. Just a little lower than Ernest wants to offer at. Called strike one. 2 balls, 1 strike. Still working from the stretch to keep the runner tight. at third base. Here comes set. And the delivery. So safety squeeze. Ernest puts down the beautiful bunt. Peterson scores easily, and the out is made at first. So Ernest does a great job, and as you can see, the Tigers up and out of the dugout quickly to congratulate Ernest on a wonderful job. Well done. That ball was low. Going to be a tough ball to put in play. He does the job, though. Puts it down, gets the run across, and Pearson Monroe will come up with the bases cleared. One-run ball game and 2 out. Awesome job by my color commentator's son there to make the play. Back out of the windup. Carbajal leaves this one up and out a little bit. Ball 1 to Pearson Monroe.
It's a nice response for the Tigers, getting both those runs back. We struggled in the inning. It looked like it could be worse damage. We get a double play, and now we put 2 on the board to answer.
Yeah, no doubt. 2-0 count here. Pearson Monroe looking not to let this inning end this way. He wants to be a base runner as Brenton McMahon is in the on-deck circle. Will look to advance him. Swing and a miss, though. That'll take the count to 2-1. That'll complete the
Start us off.
Welcome back, fans. That's the first pitch of the inning. Landon Longsworth delivering a curveball for a strike. Looked at by the batter. Another curveball, this one missing low, but a good idea there. Started to induce a swing. The batter checked his swing. This is Dylan Cheek up for the Rebels. Missing just low, right over the heart of the plate there for ball 2. Cheek 0 for 1 on the day. Takes a strike on the outer half to even the count at 2. This one is flared down the right field, going to go foul into the grass, and keeps the count even at 2. A nice response there for the Tigers, scratching across 2 runs on 2 hits. There was nobody left. This one's a ground ball in the middle, snared by Longsworth, an underhand toss for the out, for the first out of the inning. That one goes 1-3 in the books. Little comedy starts this. Batter 2 off with a curveball also. This is Eli Mendoza, 1 for 1 on the day. And that's the second straight batter that Longsworth has gone to the curveball, trying to get ahead of these hitters in a different way. They've been fastball swinging all morning. And so far effective.
Had him almost jump on that one.
Very aggressive at the plate they've been so far, and it's paid off. They've scored 3 runs on, I believe, 4 hits. This one's a fly ball, should be handled easily. Ty Manning over, and he is under it in right center field. Just way too much air for that.
Nice easy play for Ty. Calls off Pearson Monroe, who could have made the play himself as well. It's 2 outs. Brings up Torres. DH.
Hunter Torres DHing for the first baseman. He's 0 for 1 on the day.
Nice curveball there.
A third straight batter. He starts with the curve. This one he's jumped on, but foul down the third baseline. Ernest down to retrieve that one in foul ground, but we're ready to go. Longsworth on top of the hill. A nice fastball low in the zone, foul backed off to the right, and ahead of the count 0-2.
Very confident batter at the plate, Torres. Clearly looked comfortable, not one of those that when he misses a pitch who's frustrated or anything like that. He's in there digging in and looking for the next pitch and going to do it.
This is a hard shot and dove for in the right field corner. Did not come up with it, and we talked about this in a previous telecast. Torres is on his way to third. There's going to be a throw from Peterson, but not going to be there.
Torres appeared to pull a hamstring going to second base. Torres appeared to pull a hamstring going to second base. Looking at the third base coach, begging him not to send him to third base. Kept going anyways. Hobbled his way, made it interesting, but clearly looks like he's hurt. Connor Lynch couldn't resist trying to put the tag on him as he looked like he was off the bag. May not be a hamstring, maybe a quad, holding the front of his right leg.
And that'll go down as a triple with 2 outs, and that's exactly where we've talked about previously. You don't want to leave your feet there. He could have easily held that to, at worst, a double, but likely a single if he just tries to play it on the hop over there rather than get behind him all the way into the corner.
Yeah, that's situational baseball. You just know that's not when you do it. You know, you want to be the hero with no outs. That's maybe the time to do that. But when you got 2 outs and you're likely to be able to get out of the inning with a runner at first, you don't want to give him a gift of 2 more bases.
So this is a big out for Longsworth, who's back on the top of the hill and ahead 0-1. Got a foul ball in the first pitch. And this one has popped up. It might have room, a lot of room here. And Trueblood looks like he has it and does.
Great job by Cole Solomon there to talk to him the whole way. Solomon, the savvy catcher that we talked about, goes straight to the fence. He coaches Trueblood as he moves toward the fence the entire time. So Longsworth gets the quasi-shutdown inning, gives up the triple, but no runs. And for the first inning, the Rebels are kept off the board. We'll go to the bottom of the third to score 3-2, Rebels.
Carbajal back to the mound here in the bottom half of the third. Went 28 pitches last inning. So the Tigers look to hopefully tie this game up. Brent McMahon to lead off.
10-hole today. It's a swing and a miss for strike one to start out the inning. Great job by Carbajal there with the fastball.
McMahon just getting a piece of that one on the outer half of the plate. A long way with the umpire giving him the corner. This is a tough at bat for Brenton all of a sudden.
He really is back off the plate, as we talked about with Lynch. You'd like to see him crowd that plate in this situation. He can't reach that ball. That's exactly what we're talking about. Curveball that cuts the outside corner, and it's unhittable for a person who's that far away from the plate. So that brings up Ty Manning.
That'll turn the lineup over. Back to our leadoff, Ty Manning. Second time up. Left center is wide open as the right center fielder goes to shade that way, shade to right field, and left center is now open for business.
Singled his first time up. Ty Manning reached second on an error, and then got to third, and was the runner that we talked about getting picked off, trying to tag up on that shallow fly ball to left field. Gets the call there on a low strike on the inside corner. So Ty Manning now digging in. Wants a great at bat here. This is outside. That one will squirt out to the screen. 3-1 the count. Another great at bat by Ty Manning already.
And we got a guest in the booth today.
Little multi-poo, Ellie. Here helping us out with color commentary. Down from Dallas. Big Tiger fan. That's high. Ball 4. That'll get Ty Manning down to first base with 1 out. Connor Lynch, as we said, been hot at the plate and on deck. Cole Solomon will be batting from the left side. I'm trying to remember what Cole did last time up, Paul. No, he advanced.
Cole hit the swinging bunt that just got beat out at first base.
That's right, off the knob.
Moved Ty Manning over.
Yeah, effectively a
who had reached on the error. Cole Solomon, the switch hitter, batting from the left side. Takes a pitch in. He is in a much different position, virtually on the plate, out from the left side, and that one he could clearly see. He's just inches. He's garnering the line right here.
You see most Tiger players do that. Quick pickoff move back to first base. He's got them staying tight. Carvajal's got a nice move to first. Obviously a hard thrower, and been on target every throw over to first. Manning getting his attention, as we've talked about many times. When Manning's on base, everyone on the field has to pay attention to where he is and what he's doing.
Back in a dive, and that measured things out for Manning, who stretches his lead ever so slightly. This ball goes foul down the first baseline, a little bit ahead of that ball.
Yeah. Solomon often comes up in a situation where Ty Manning's on first, and he's got to move him. Looking here to get a base hit and actually be a base runner himself, though.
And with Manning on first, it opens the hole, the 3.5 hole a little bit.
And he does try to put down the bunt. Again, that was a late square, so they're looking for the bunt single. Worst case scenario with some good speed, he's down there. Kind of a drag bunt.
And Manning feinted down there, faking the steal. Got some calls from the crowd here that he was going, but clearly not. Stopped in his tracks.
Tough with 2 is the call from the Tiger faithful. 1 and 2 is the count to Cole Solomon. And here he goes, running, and the throws on time, but he bobbles it. So on the tag, the ball comes out of the glove, pops up and recaptured no problem by the shortstop. But umpire ruling that was a loose ball, not a transfer, and the tag put on is going to go ineffective. That'll go down as a steal by Ty Manning. Great throw by the catcher.
Timely, quick to the plate, everything to get Manning except just holding and securing the ball in the glove.
I think that's a good call. You can't call that an intentional transfer when the ball pops up off of the tag like that. Tough call for the faithful.
A curveball, and it's hit out to right field.
Great diving catch. Great diving catch by the center fielder. Ty Manning, anticipating that the ball might not be caught, is probably 20 feet from the bag. Easily gets back, but obviously unable to tag up on that one, which is what you want him to do there. You want him far enough down that if the ball does touch the ground, he's got a chance to score. But that brings Connor Lynch to the plate with Ty Manning in scoring position, but 2 outs on the board. So if the Tigers are going to score and tie this game, it's going to be a clutch hit from Connor Lynch that does it. Outside for ball 1. Great frame job by 3-4. Throw back to the pitcher is off the mound, but shortstop backs it up well, and Ty Manning is kept at second base.
This is the batter you probably most like have up there right now, is hitting the ball, squaring it up all over the diamond, hitting it to all fields.
Ty Manning runs to third. Great throw down, but it's just to the left of the bag, and the tag cannot be implied in time. So again, pressure by the Ty Manning on the pitcher, on the catcher, on the third baseman. And now we'll see that much more pressure on the catcher to make sure he keeps every ball in front of him. Ty Manning, who has 2 stolen home plate in the season, a threat at all times. Here's a line drive right to the shortstop, who one hops it, easy play for him over to first base, and retires the side. Before Ty Manning puts a little pressure on him, and keeps Tiger faithful hopeful there for a little while. We'll go to the top of the fourth. The Rebels leading 3-2. Landon Longsworth still on the mound for your Tigers. We'll be right back. So top of the fourth inning, Tigers down 3-2 to the Rebels. Defense stays the same for the Tigers. Brandon Ernest now warm and ready to go as relief pitcher when needed, if needed. Love to save him for continued bracket play, but they're going to have to win this game in order to have continued play. Game tomorrow just being a consolation game for the loser.
And Blue, looking at his watch already, we're just a little over an hour and 3 minutes into the game. But Bankston also hurrying the defense up, as time may be a factor in this game.
Now, Brad Thomas, your right fielder, up to the plate, takes ball one. And that's a pop fly. Looks like Trueblood's on it. He's got the call and gloves it for one out. So 2 pitches. And if time is a factor, it pays to work fast. This is where the aggressive swinging of the Rebels might be to the Tigers' advantage if they can get some quick outs.
And it's a little early call to be looking all that way, but as the home team, you got to be aware of the situations and down a run. You want to maximize.
Inside pitch and a rip into left center. Brenton McMahon is on it. Circles underneath and makes the catch. That's 2 outs, 3 pitches. And Longsworth already with the ball standing on the rubber. So clearly we're not the only ones paying attention to the clock here.
That ball looked better off the bat than it did. It just kind of died out there. Might be a little wind blowing in. Did not have the carry it looked like it might have.
Cameron Johnson, your extra hitter, takes ball one low. Batting in the 9-hole. Reached last time up. Part of that big 2-run inning. But this one will find Ty Manning in center field. Tigers showing their confidence and sprinting off the field long before the ball got to Ty Manning. But that's 3 outs quickly on 5 pitches for Landon Longsworth. It'll take us to the bottom of the fourth. We'll be back as your Tigers trail 3-2.
We're quickly back to the action here. Tigers coming up to the bat in the bottom of the fourth. Brings our cleanup hitter, Dawson Shelburne, to lead off.
Faribault still at the mound. Starts him off with a curve called strike one. Great pitch there.
Employing a little bit of what we saw Longsworth go to, trying to get ahead in a different manner.
And there's a low fastball ripped into left field. Left fielder's back on it, though, and as we talked about, it's hanging. And that'll be a fly out to left field for Dawson Shelburne, who really jumped on that fastball, and it looked like it would go deeper. We got a little wind coming in, heavy air today, about 100 degrees, and that ball just didn't have a chance. That'll bring up the starting pitcher for the Tigers, Landon Longsworth, number 5. Carbajal working fast, just as Longsworth was. And is on the rubber, ready to go. Starts him out with the ball outside and low.
Longworth, who had a 2-strike hit hard to the 5.5 hole his first time up, has been hitting the ball that direction consistently the last few weeks.
Inside the park home run yesterday over center field. Home run over the wall. This one's going to be an easy play for the center fielder, though. It's a hard hit ball in the air. Make it 2 outs, and Tate Trueblood to the plate, and Brandon Ernest on deck.
Chaz.
No correction, Chaz Peterson on deck. So 3 pitches, and there's already 2 outs for the Tigers, just as there were for the Rebels. Curveball starts out for strike one, just as he did with Shelburne.
Working backwards, as they call it, and it's been effective for both pitchers today.
Trueblood squares to bunt. Looks like he's looking for a bunt hit here with 2 outs, but pulls it back, takes ball 1, 1-1 to count. Well, not known for bunt singles. 6'3", not lightning fast down to first base. And there's a curveball that hangs a little bit. Trueblood just misses it, knows it. A little upset. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
You could see the hesitation there. He did a nice job. That's one you'd like to just hit for a line drive to the right side, and he was on it and just missed, just under the ball, fouling it off to the screen.
And there's one right up in the zone. He's got a ground ball to the second baseman who makes a nice sliding play. Toss over to first base to end the inning. And so in a 5-pitch fashion, the Rebels answer back and put down the Tigers in order. We'll go to the top of the 5th. Your score is still 3-2 Rebels. Longsworth will take the mound again.
Let's go, Andrew.
Blue making a call for something here, not quite sure, delaying the game. But we're back fairly quickly. Both pitchers had a easy 4th inning. The Rebels lead 3-2, batting in the top of the 5th. Andrew Ramstadt is your hitter. The catcher, swing and a miss on for a strike 1. Fouled back, actually, into the catcher. But Longsworth with the fastball is ahead, 0-1. A curveball chopped over to third base, or it's in the hole for a seeing eye single, an infield single to lead off the 5th.
Come on, guys, get yourself another birthday present, man. Let's go.
Looked like the ball may come up for Lynch, who had the only play in the games on the easy chopper. Courtesy runner over there for Ramstadt. Didn't get his number, and this one lifted into left center. Manning got a good break on the ball and retired. Ball just hanging up ever so slightly on the first pitch from Longsworth for an out. An important out there for the Tigers.
Ring the bell, baby. Ring the bell.
Longsworth moving more quickly here in the last couple innings for sure. As starts number 6, the 2-hole hitter Trey Bell with a ball and a strike. Big lead over at first now. No action as a ball is taken inside, a curveball that misses, blocked by Solomon. Runner held. I'm looking for some action down there as he's extended the lead pretty long out there. We got a fastball just tipped into the glove of Solomon for strike 2. Two your count. Curveball chopped foul down the right first baseline. Runner was moving on the pitch, a bit of a defensive swing, but a good job there keeping himself alive in the at-bat. Fighting off a high curveball with the runner in motion. Runner not going this time. This one is flared off to the right again, over the screen. Count still 2-2, the 7th pitch of the at-bat. It's a fastball in on the 5th and swung through for strike 3. Ball really rode in on the hitter and just couldn't make contact. That'll bring up Dylan Cheek, 0-2 on the day. We have a runner, and we have a pop fly over into Manning territory, and that's going to be a sure out by the center fielder. An 11-pitch inning there for Longsworth, who works quickly despite giving up the leadoff single. We'll be right back for the bottom of the fifth.
Here we go. Same thing, baby, same thing.
Welcome back to the bottom of the fifth. We got Chaz Peterson to lead off the bottom of the fifth.
Come on, man. 9-6,
We got Josh Carbajal in his fifth inning of work, really mixing up pitches well. Starts off with a changeup in there for a strike and getting ahead of the hitters consistently here in the middle part of the game. Peterson, who singled his first time up, takes a curveball just in, levels the count at 1. Takes a fastball, looked away, but that one is a called strike 2. 1-2 now ahead. Peterson digs in. Carbajal quick to the mound. And just misses low. Getting the groans from the Rebel faithful there. Catcher looking to see where exactly that might have missed. A curveball, check swing. He has him going, and Peterson is out on the putout. 2-3.
All right, Josh, 6 pitches now. Give me 1.
That'll bring up Ernest, who had the suicide squeeze back in the second inning for the Tigers, successfully put down. Comes out with 1 out, nobody on, and takes a fastball right down the heart of the plate.
All right, give me number 2.
Moves a little closer to the dish. And drills a line drive. Just flared down by the center fielder. He got a lot of that one, and the center fielder on one of those balls right at him that is tough to judge. It tailed away, and he was able to range over and make the catch. That'll bring up Pearson Monroe. Nobody on, 2 out, bottom of the fifth. Tigers looking for some kind of life here after getting the game close in the second. Have not had a threat since. Monroe taking a ball up in the zone. Both players back ready as everybody seems to be working much more quickly. There's a strike on a ball that looks about 3 inches out, but a called strike. It's been hit or miss out there, but this one's called a strike. A curveball up in the zone for ball 2. Been very consistent on balls that don't snap back in the zone, calling that a ball. Hadn't had any surprises in that part of the zone. Takes a fastball in and now runs the count ahead in his favor, 3-1. Love to have him on and just create a little something here for Brenton. He's had a lot of clutch hits. This is a fastball up, and just that, we got a man on with 2 outs. Brenton McMahon to the plate. And that's going to get the first mound visit for the Rebels. Carbajal with just 71 pitches, 12 in the inning. Seemed to be working efficiently, no noticeable sign of fatigue at all. Been doing a great job mixing up pitches and locations as well. Just probably slow the game down a bit here. Infield all gathered. It's a quick visit. And back. Very athletic pitcher. He's bounced off the mound several times, made some nice plays, made a really good play backing up the home plate in the first inning, getting the final out of the inning, throwing it, getting Ty Manning out at home, who had tried to come in on the overthrow. Brenton McMahon at the plate with 2 outs. Good speed down there and a good base runner in Pearson Monroe. And this one's chopped just foul. Fastball low in the zone. A throw over and plenty of time for Monroe to get back. He does so on a dive. Might see him extend that lead even further as he was able to get back fairly easily with the reach. Ball in the dirt, blocked nicely by the catcher. That'll even the count at 1. This one has popped up somewhere over second base. It looks like the shortstop's made the catch, made the call and the catch to retire the side. That's it. 1 ball, no runs on no hits. There was 1 man left via the walk. That's it through 5. Longsworth back to the mound for the top of the 6th. We'll be right back. We're here back to the top of the 6th. Eli Mendoza will lead off for the Rebels. Mendoza 1 for 2 on the day. Takes a fastball up in the zone for ball 1. This one is drilled out to right field, but right at Pearson Monroe, I believe, in right field for the out. One of the harder hit balls we've seen all day, but unfortunately for him, right at Monroe out in right field. Hunter Torres also 1 for 2 now at the plate. Hits a high towering pop out. Dawson Shelburne making the call from shortstop, making the quick out. And there's 2 quickly retired. Tigers working quickly. They don't want the clock to get in their way. Want to have the full complement of outs to deal with. This will bring A-Rod up, Alex Rodriguez, also 1 for 2 on the day. And that's a fastball wide of the zone. Longsworth, who's kind of settled down here in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th, working quickly. Getting a lot of swings and outs. But now trails in the count 2-0. Welcome back, Brian.
We took a trip down to the left field fence just to get a better view of the game. Appreciation for some of the things the Tigers are doing. Maybe a little bit more mojo.
Takes a little something off that one. To get a strike, 2-1 the count. This one goes in the dirt for a 3-1 count.
Misses that one down and out for a walk.
Longsworth gets the ball back, and he's already looking in for the sign as the batter is just now even approaching. So he feels a sense of urgency that we just, quite honestly, we're at about an hour 30 in this game, but need the out.
Got the sign now and comes set. Throws in low in the dirt. Solomon blocks it. Keeps the runner at first. It's your right fielder Brad Thomas up to bat.
0 for 2 on the day.
There's one down the middle, and this is a hard hit ball into the left center gap, but McMahon is on it and makes the glove, and that'll put the Tigers in the dugout. No runs, no hits, one man left on a base on balls. Tigers will come up in the bottom of the 6th with the score still 3-2 Rebels. So we're up in the bottom of the 6th inning. Ty Manning, top of the order for the Dallas Tigers, who desperately need to push off for a run this inning and tie this ball game. Down 3-2. Starts him out with a curveball that the catcher catches clearly in the left batter's box, but he gets the call. And that's strike 1 to Ty Manning. I think Blue just thought that was a very pretty pitch.
No other explanation on that.
There's one down the center, and it's a high 2 hopper to the shortstop.
And it's going to go through the glove. And that's the kind of break we need for Ty Manning, who wreaks the havoc on the base pads.
Yeah, clearly a fairly easy play for the shortstop, who just misjudged that second hop and got right underneath his glove, squirted out into the outfield, puts Ty Manning at first base on an error by the shortstop. So this way may be the situation where we see Cole Solomon in a move the run or bunt situation. Third baseman certainly thinking that up on the grass.
Runs are tough with the wind blowing in. We're just not seeing any balls scattering the outfield. It's just holding up.
Squares.
And it hits the umpire in the chest. Crossed up the catcher, apparently, who might have been looking curveball. The fastball zings in and hits the umpire clean in the chest protector.
So the catcher going out to see the pitcher, I don't think there was a miscommunication as much as I think the catcher just thought the bunt was going to be made. He was up, and Solomon pulled the bat back at the last second, and the catcher's trying to explain to the pitcher that, hey, I just didn't see the ball because he blocked me from being able to see it. Reaction of the pitcher is to give him some encouragement, send him back behind the plate, and say, hey, we'll get this guy. Bankston takes the opportunity to talk to Solomon. Yeah, I think we got to go with that as a pass ball. Can't score that as a wild pitch for the pitcher.
Just missed high on the pitch, but
yeah.
It's also rare to get see the umpire get zinged like that.
Yeah, I really, to be honest with you, wasn't sure whether it was the umpire or the catcher who got it right in the chest protector, but nice soft bounce about 12 feet to the left of the catcher. So almost surprised not to see Solomon. And Solomon takes that one off the helmet on the throw, and it dribbles out to shortstop. And we're going to see Ty Manning sliding into third base. So catcher making a throw from the squat to the pitcher's mound, hits it right off the batter's helmet, and it squirts out toward the shortstop. Nobody in the infield saw what happened. Ty Manning picks it up and sees it and comes sliding in head first. So just like that, the Tigers have the tying run at third with no outs now. Count 2-0 to Cole Solomon. Will be looking to not just do a job, but get on base himself and maybe represent the winning run. So we've mentioned time, isn't it? Oh, and this one pegs Cole Solomon right in the back. And so the Tigers are in business with runners on the corners, no outs, and hot-hitting Connor Litch to the plate. And that's going to get Bankston going over to first base to check on his catcher, Cole Solomon, who clearly took that shot. It's fine. He's going to stay in the game and run for himself.
So a lot of action here with an error, a ball that gets away, hits the umpire, and then the catcher hits Cole, and then Cole gets hit, and we've got suddenly first and third, nobody out, and the Tigers clearly in business.
Lots of tension in the stands now on both sides as the Tigers trying to will their players on for another run. And, of course, the Rebel fans really doing some encouragement, trying to get their players to work out of this jam they're in now. That's a curveball outside for ball one to Connor Lynch. Time really shouldn't be a factor in this game, Paul. We started this game at least 5 minutes late as we watched Blue walk up at 9:05. Supposed to be able to start the seventh inning with it after an hour 50, which should give us a good 15-20 minutes slack. But the way the teams have been reacting and Blue's been looking at their watch, nobody wants to take any chances. So everybody's working fast and thinking that this could be the Tigers' last at bat. Pickoff attempt to first base. Cole Solomon bounces in, no problem. And there's one down the middle.
And that's going to go. Rips it into right center.
Right fielder does a great job of backhanding this ball, picking it up and getting it to the cutoff man, but the cutoff man can't field it. Cole Solomon rounds second, never looks back, and is now standing at third. Connor Lynch at first, and the ball game is tied with the Tigers having 2 runners on and no outs for cleanup hitter, overdue Dawson Shelburne. Encouraging words from the first baseman to the pitcher. Pitcher doing a little bit of stretching. A lot of excitement as we have a new ball game here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
And Shelburne, who came up with a similar situation, man on third, 1 out, couldn't get it done. A shallow fly ball to left field. Eventual out at home plate on the overthrow to third. Ty Manning not tagging up, but getting an overthrow nonetheless. So really love to see him deliver this. With nobody out, a lot of ways to score him. In the infield, unexplainably, is playing back.
Yeah, confident in their bats in the top of the 7th. And there's a second pitch after taking a high and outside curveball. He offers at a high fastball inside. Probably ball 2, but he fouls it off the screen and evens the count at 1.
A lot of things can happen here. He can go bunt, but clearly a ball on the ground, virtually anywhere in the infield, they'll give up the run for the 2 outs, or the attempted 2 outs right here.
And Shelburne's got some speed, so it won't be an automatic double play even on a hard hit ball up the middle. Connor Lynch, decent speed, have the job of trying to break it up. Cole Solomon, a savvy runner at third base. You expect the ball in play to result in a run for the Tigers here. All third base is now creeping up. And that's a curveball that misses badly outside right.
And Bankston down the line talking to Shelburne, probably pointing out just where the fielders are playing, just so that he knows that he's got an important job to do to get this run in any way he can.
Middle infielders are literally heels on the grass, though, so a ball in the middle cannot be made play at home. And there's a strike called on the outside corner. Pretty consistent on that call. That was definitely going to be a strike from the get-go. 2-2 the count to Shelburne. Be looking for a fastball here, knowing that the pitcher does not want to go to a full count with a runner at first and third. And a quick move back to first base. Lynch sees it, dives in. Everybody's safe. As we've said, pitcher's got a great move to first base, been savvy on the mound, not being flustered at all by these situations. And he comes set. 2-2 pitch down the middle, and this is a deep fly ball center. Actually coming shallow now. Center fielder calls him off, makes the catch, and the runner's coming. No, he pulls up, and a great throw. Smart decision by Cole Solomon as the throw lands in the catcher's mitt 3 inches to the left of home plate. Would have been dead to rights by 20 feet. So fly ball out in the outfield, unable to get it done. Brings up the starting pitcher and still pitcher record. Landon Longsworth, number 5, batting in the 5-hole. Runners on the corners, 1 out. That'll bring the third baseman up a little bit more. As we mentioned, Longsworth hitting for some power. It's that outside pitch. It's been called a strike. It's 2 or 3 inches offside the plate, but it's been called a strike for both pitchers, and he gets it on the first pitch. Longsworth down 0-1 in the count. We might see some action by the Tigers here to do something to get that winning run across the plate. That's a fly ball into left field. We're going to see a play at the plate here. Solomon's going to test the arm. It's a great throw, but he's in safe. And a hit first dive. Cole Solomon comes in, both hands on the plate. Tate Trueblood fired up, giving him some love from behind. The catcher made a great play, wonderful throw. Just a bang-bang play at home plate. Blue very decisive on the call. Not really any argument on the field, but fans are excited, as you might expect. That'll bring up Tate Trueblood, runner at first. 2 outs now.
Lynch holding the bag there at first, kind of probably turned into a spectator right there, and he should be down at second base.
He should be. It's a tough one. You never know if that cutoff's going to make the play, but
once the throw was made to home.
Really should have come in. Tate flares this one out to right field. It looks like he's going to find grass. And that'll put a runner at first and second. Throw behind him at second. He steps back onto the bag. Connor for a second there thinking about going to third. overran the bag by about 15 feet. And once again, the outfield throwing alertly behind the runner. Connor Lynch able to get back, and Tigers still in business. The runner at first and second. Chaz Peterson up now with 2 outs.
And that's where it could have cost us there.
No doubt.
Lynch would have had a chance to score on that play right there.
Absolutely. Even though that ball was shallow right field with 2 outs, Connor Lynch had been running on the contact and probably would have scored.
And that'll be up to Chaz Peterson. 1 for 2 on the day. Batting in the 7 hole of today's lineup. 2 men on, 2 outs. Tigers now in the lead.
Fastball up and out to the right there. Actually started him out with a fastball. He started most of the batters this inning and even last inning out with a curveball, mixing it up a little bit. Trueblood shortening his lead at first as the first baseman is right behind him, maybe looking to get that opportunistic pick over to first. Carbajal has an excellent move to first base. Wouldn't want to get a base running error at first base here with the insurance run standing at second. Peterson a little late on that pitch, fouls it down the first base line, takes the count to 1-1. A lot of heart racing in the stands right now. And there's a hanging curveball that he's hammered into center field, but it's going to be right underneath it to the center fielder. And that'll retire the Tigers. We'll go to the top of the 7th, and as we expected, we will play the 7th inning. The Rebels will come up to bat, now trailing 4-3, top of the 7th. Brandon Longsworth now moving to second base. Your relief pitcher looking for the save, Brandon Ernest. We'll stay here in between the innings as crowd noise might be entertaining. So it looks like Brenton McMahon will be the defensive player who will come to the dugout as Connor Lynch now moves into left field. Pearson Monroe stays in right field, Ty Manning in center. As Brandon Ernest is warming up, Longsworth is taking ground balls at third base now. Chaz Peterson will stay at second, and Dawson Shelburne staying at shortstop. Cole Solomon stays behind the dish. This would be the proverbial shutdown opportunity for Brandon Ernest. Typical starting pitcher. He's exercised a lot on the mound in relief the last couple of weeks. Sports about an 83-mile-an-hour fastball. It's a couple of nice off-speed pitches from the same slot. And then a unique sidearm slider that he can bring into action when he needs to move the batter's eyes. This is the 8-hole hitter coming up to bat, Garrett Douglas, third baseman. Will start us out in the top of the 7th, number 10. Garrett Douglas. How's he been doing this day? We'll try and distract our color commentator, see if we can get some stats out of him, as his heart rate's probably racing a little bit as his son takes the mound and looking for the save in a bracket game that the Tigers have now come back and fought to get the lead on. So we're going to see a PFP right off the bat here as the ball is shot down between first and second. And if there were any butterflies, that adrenaline was used to get Brandon Ernest over into the bag in time and get the first out as Tate Trueblood picks up the squirming ground ball and lobs it over to Brandon for the first out. That'll bring up the 9-hole hitter, Cameron Johnson, your extra hitter, number 12.
1 for 2 on the day.
1 for 2 on the day, and as we've said, they're strong hitters top to bottom in this lineup. He starts him out with that drop down. That was probably a 3/4 slot for him. Leaves it up above the zone a little bit for ball 1. And that one misses down and out, so we're immediately at a count of 2-0. Gives the Rebels fans a little bit of encouragement to see their batter ahead. Misses just up on this one.
Calls it inside, actually, on that one, and I don't understand that one.
Yeah, no, I think I might have agreed with that a little bit high, but it was dead center plate. That one gets the call. It'll be a 3-1 count. It was a typical 3-0 count.
And that's going to get a mound visit.
Bankston might want to just give him a little advice here, make sure the heart rate's down, but trying to avoid the walk with 1 out. Don't want to put that tying run on base free.
Especially the leadoff hitter's got the best stroke of the team. The starting pitcher got something to prove.
Yep.
You want to keep him on the bench.
Yeah, in the hole, and the catcher coming up who's proved to be a solid hitter as well. So Cameron will stroll back to the dugout, having given some encouragement. Cole Solomon gets the last word, as often is the case, on the mound. And he's back behind the dish. Batter digs in. Ernest from the windup gets the sign and makes the move to the plate. And he comes inside for ball 4. Tough no call there by Blue. Get a wrap around the mound by Ernest. Baffled by the no call. That'll bring up the catcher, number 10 in the lineup. Bankston doing some coaching here, letting the outfield know we do not want any diving attempts. Tying run at first. Go ahead run at the plate. Brandon Ernest from the stretch, looking in for the sign. Short lead at first. And this gets the outside corner, that fastball tailing back into the plate. It'll be an 0-1 count to number 34, the catcher. Runner at first, back on the pickoff attempt. He's not getting a large lead, but Ernest wants to keep him tight anyways.
But that was a good move, and drew a dive back. That was his A move right there. So didn't mess around. Goes curveball, blocked nicely by Solomon.
Gives the runner a little bit more confidence. Probably stretched his lead by half a stride there after being able to get back on the A move. Let's see the set and the delivery. Long look in, couple of nods. And he gets the fastball down the middle again, tailing back the plate, not offered on by 34. And it's a 1-2 count to the batter. Strikeout goes a long way, but we've seen strikeouts be very difficult to get in this game with these Rebel hitters. Ground ball up the middle would not be something we'd be upset at either. He goes down, drops down on that one.
Yes, sir.
Gets the call. Gets the call. Batter thinking it's a little low. So are the fans, but that'll be 2 outs. That's a tough adjustment for both the batter and the umpire to make when Ernest drops down on that sidearm. But it brings up the hard-hitting left-handed batter, your starting pitcher.
Who started the game with a deep double to right center. The only ball that's...
And there's a line shot right back to Ernest, who gets it off the glove, able to stay with it, underhands it to Tate Trueblood for the final out of the game. Tigers with your comeback victory, 4-3. Disappointing loss for the Rebels, who battled early and often in that game, and that was a hard shot that if Ernest doesn't get his glove on it, it's clearly going to be a single and putting base runners in scoring position. But that'll end the game. You'll see the Tigers steaming into bracket play with the semi-game tomorrow, 11:30 in Waco, McClellan Junior College.
Quite honestly, one of the better games we played all year. A really, really tough Rebel team that gave us everything. A really nice rally for your Tigers in the bottom of the 6th, taking the lead for the first time of the game.
Landon Longsworth gets the win, and folks, we didn't think he was going to get out of the second inning. We were frustrated here in the booth that Ernest couldn't get warmed up because we didn't have a substitute catcher. Ernest doesn't come into the game. Longsworth bucks up, bows up, and gives him 6 solid innings and leaves as the winning pitcher. And Ernest gets the save, only facing 4 batters in the top of the 7th and giving up a 1-out walk, getting the called strikeout, and then the final put-out assist by Brandon Ernest to Tate Trueblood. And that'll do it. We'll be back tomorrow at 11:30 from Waco for the semifinal game of this TSL World Series in your Dallas Tigers. Thanks for tuning in today.